Welcome to today's deep dive. We are so glad you could join us because today we're looking at something really fascinating. We've got this incredible critical breakdown of why automotive dealerships are just, wasting thousands of dollars on a new technology called CDPs.
Right, customer data platforms. And it's such a massive issue right now.
It really is. And the mission of this deep dive for you today is to explore that gap. The gap between a software's glossy sales pitch and its actual messy operational reality.
Because that's a lesson that applies far beyond just selling cars, frankly.
Exactly. I mean, think about it. Every few years, auto marketing invents a new, magic
Oh,
word.
absolutely, the shiny new object.
Right. First, it was digital retailing. That was everywhere. Then it was AI, obviously. Then attribution, then audience activation, and now the CDP.
The undisputed champion of buzzwords right now.
Yeah, and the pitch sounds like a sci-fi dream. I mean, a platform that unifies your CRM, your website traffic, service records, phone calls, email engagement, all into one clean profile.
The holy grail of marketing, basically.
Right. A profile that tells you exactly who is ready to buy a car. But the reality, it usually just ends up as this incredibly expensive dashboard that nobody uses.
Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah.
Why are dealers so eager to buy into this pitch in the first place?
Well, because the underlying problem they're trying to solve is incredibly real.
Uh,
And,
us-
it's painful for them. Dealership data is just a total mess.
It's fragmented. Right.
Completely fragmented. Customer records live over in the CRM, but the actual sales history, that lives in the DMS, the dealer management system.
Right, totally separate.
Yeah, and then Google activity is in Google Ads, Facebook engagement is in Meta. And remember, the automotive customer journey spans years.
Right, it's not like buying a pair of shoes.
Exactly. It's shopping, purchasing, servicing the car, eventually trading it in. And all that data is scattered across all these different systems.
It reminds me of it's like buying those really expensive organizing bins for your garage without actually throwing any of the junk out.
That is a perfect way to put it. Right. Like dealers hear a vendor promise a single source of truth and they buy it because they're just exhausted. They aren't actually paying for software, are they? They are paying for relief. And, well, the hope of control.
Yes. What's fascinating here is that a CDP doesn't automatically create truth.
Wait, it doesn't?
No, not at all. If the underlying data is disconnected from actual dealership processes, the CDP just takes all that chaos and organizes it into a prettier interface.
A prettier interface. Wow. So if the data is unified, but the dealership isn't actually changing how it sells, what is the platform actually doing?
That is the core disconnect between vendors and dealers. The source brings up a crucial piece of evidence here, a 2023 Gartner survey.
Oh, right. The Gartner stat. This blew my mind.
It's staggering. They found that 67% of marketers had adopted a CDP, but, and this is the kicker, they estimated they were using only 47% of its capabilities.
Less than half.
Less than half. It proves the core issue. Companies just buy technology faster than they can actually operationalize it.
Okay, wait. Let me play devil's advocate for a second here.
Sure, go for it.
Wait, so let's say the CDP shows a beautiful profile, right? It tells you a shopper viewed a truck, they opened an email, they serviced a vehicle, and they have, say, $5,000 of equity in their trade.
The perfect scenario.
Right. Isn't that pure gold? Like, why isn't that immediately resulting in a sale?
Because of the execution gap, the now what problem.
The now what problem?
Yeah. Knowing a customer's history is completely useless if no one knows who is supposed to actually call them.
Oh, wow. Yeah, who owns the lead?
Exactly.
Yeah.
What offer do you present? Does the BDC, the Business Development Center, do they even understand why this customer was flagged by the system?
I see. So the vendor wants to sell unified data, but the dealer actually needs unified action.
Exactly. Without action, the CDP is just a very expensive mirror showing the dealership its customers. It doesn't force anyone to do anything.
An expensive mirror. I love that phrasing, but it's also terrifying if you're the one paying the invoice.
It is. And it gets worse when you look at the foundation of that data.
Right, because we move from the failure of execution to, well, the failure of the data itself. The source highlights this brutal irony.
The silo issue.
Yeah, dealers buy CDPs to eliminate data silos, right? But the CDP just becomes another silo. It's just another login, another vendor meeting, another report that maybe one or two people in the entire building actually understand.
It's the classic garbage in, garbage out concept, but with much better branding.
With better branding, yeah.
Look at the reality of auto data. CRM records are historically super messy. People share vehicles in a household, right? So the name doesn't match the email. Phone numbers change.
Oh, and salespeople enter notes inconsistently. Like one guy writes a novel and the other guy just writes cold.
Exactly. Leads get marked incorrectly all the time.
It's like trying to bake a gourmet cake with expired ingredients. No
Yes.
matter how fancy the oven, the CDP is, the cake will taste terrible.
And people forget that the 360-degree customer view they are sold is often just a probabilistic guess.
Wait, a guess? It's not a definitive match.
No, it's an algorithm built from imperfect data saying, we're pretty sure this IP address and this phone number are the same person. The technology cannot magically fix bad dealership discipline.
That is wild. So if they fail so often in practice, and the data is mostly probabilistic guesses, why are CDPs pushed so heavily?
Well, this brings us to the vendor-dealer dynamic and the hard truth about marketing.
The invoice.
Right, the bill.
Yes, the bill. CDPs are highly attractive to vendors because they drastically expand the bill.
How does that actually work in practice?
So a simple digital advertising contract, right? It suddenly turns into fees for data hosting, fees for reporting, identity resolution, AI features, managed services, platform integrations.
It just snowballs.
It snowballs. The vendor embeds themselves deeply into the infrastructure, and they charge way more money without necessarily producing any better leads.
Wow.
If we connect these to the bigger picture, technology does not fix lazy strategy. It only exposes it. It exposes it. That is such a harsh reality. And the source really drives this home. If your ads are bad, your offer is weak, if your sales team just ignores internet leads.
Which happens a lot.
Right. Or your BDC response time is slow. I mean, a CDP will not save you. It can't compensate for a dealership that basically treats every single customer exactly the same way.
No, it can't. You can pay for all the theoretical intelligence in the world, predictive audiences, AI recommendations.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sell cars if the salesperson on the floor is still staring at the screen asking, so what do I actually do with this lead?
Exactly. Do I text them? Do I call them? What's the script?
But look, we should pivot here, because the source isn't saying CDPs are entirely useless.
No, not at all. They aren't a scam.
So when do they actually work?
Yeah.
And what should dealerships be doing instead?
Well, CDPs can be incredibly powerful, but usually for large dealership groups with high scale, and they need strict data discipline and serious operational support from the top down.
So it's about the culture of the business, too. Totally. They work when there is a clear lifecycle strategy, like connecting service to sales.
Give me an example of that.
So if the CDP flags a customer coming in for a major service appointment, and that action feeds directly into the CRM to trigger a specific, targeted trade-in offer while they are in the waiting room.
Oh, right. So it's tied to daily workflows.
Exactly. It's not just a notification, it's a task that someone is accountable for.
But to get there, dealers need to fix the basics first. Before buying advanced tech, you have to have clean CRM processes, fast response times, clear appointment setting workflows.
Yes. And sales managers who inspect lead quality, not just lead volume.
Right. And there is a brilliant analogy in the source about this.
A plumbing analogy.
Yes, treat it like plumbing.
It's perfect. A CDP should be treated like plumbing. It is important, sure, but it's only transformational if water actually flows to the right places.
If the pipes are dry, you just wasted a fortune.
Exactly. This raises an important question. The dealership shouldn't be asking, do we have a CDP?
What should they ask?
They should ask, what customer action can we take today that we could not take yesterday?
Oh, I like that. Make it tangible. Like, can we stop advertising to recent buyers?
Yes. Suppression is huge. Or can we trigger a specific service-to-sales outreach?
And if the answer is no...
If the answer is no, the CDP is producing invoices, not value.
Man, that is a heavy realization for a lot of business owners listening to this. So what does this all mean? Let's summarize this for you. The core lesson from this deep dive is really that more data does not automatically mean better marketing.
It's a hard pill to swallow, but it's true.
Dealerships and really businesses in general are just wasting money by buying the dream of unified data without demanding unified action. They are essentially paying for dashboards instead of decisions.
That's exactly it, because better marketing comes from better questions, better timing, and better accountability on the floor.
The human element.
Always the human element. A platform can support those things, it can amplify them, but it can never ever create them by itself.
It can't magically generate discipline, which leaves us with a final thought for you to ponder today. Think about your own life or, your own workplace. What is a broken process or a bad habit that you are currently trying to fix by just buying a new piece of software or an app or some new tool?
We all do it.
We really do. Are you actually buying a solution or are you just buying a very expensive mirror? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.